Boko Rippy over to the 3699 Ranch, Tuesday, September the 26th. It's straight up noon. I want to do a quick, as I can, update on how I'm planting my trees in the fall of 2023, September the 26th, with no rain, the driest on record basically, because that just means no rain here. Here we are, Tuesday. I've been out picking peppers galore. I have like triple that picked. The garden looks all buggy. And we're gonna wing the video anyways, because I'm at the point to where I need to show it now. And these guys are Chinese hemlock. The seeds went in about, it was Memorial Day. So I'm planning on wintering these inside the house. That's the plan. Putting away stuff. I'm 3 weeks behind. I'm getting seller non-performance and all my parts and breakdowns. Getting a run around. The mail guy didn't deliver my part yesterday. Said it was no access to my driveway. So these are like concrete blocks with no rain, and I'm not going to bother running my well water on them. I'm not going to bother with that. You know, I got at least $1 a tree in these anyway. These are the ones that transplant. I have to be very careful to keep that root ball intact, because I can't bucket water. I have to do it all manual, you know, at 30 some trees in the middle of the driest September on record. Dry lawns, dry garden. This part is concrete, but I had more sand over there, and there's 10 more in here to transplant. I'm not sure if I'll pot up the rest of them that are too small to fool with. So those seeds went in Memorial Day 2022, and I have some trees back there, have been back there 5 years. I remember planting these apple trees and everything. I'm gonna take my car back. The dog might follow me. My dusty car, winter car, got it, getting it ready for winter. Dried up corn. Here comes Harlow. If I go 10 miles an hour, maybe he won't catch up with me till we get easy here. He's coming quick. Anyway, yeah, we're in the right mode of the camera. Back to lane. We have tons of manure out here. It doesn't bother you until the wind gets. Come on, Harlow. Where's he at? Here he is. Go a little slower, and that's why I didn't bring the quad back here with the trees on there. And I hope I showed the concrete block enough that if you be very careful with your spade, it's a seatbelt thing. Didn't think about that. It's annoying. Come on, Harlow, let's go. Come on. Yeah, I didn't want to. I took it real slow with the four-wheeler. I actually dropped one, and then you have a bare root plant, and that's how it gets its water. So you have to leave that root ball intact, then bucket as much water as I can to them, and they should make it just as easily as the ones that are in the garden that aren't getting any water. And the trees that have been back here, so those were like 15 years ago I grew them from seed and bare roots, and these were ones that I bought 6 to 12 inch transplant and planted these guys last September, and it was wet, and haven't watered them since. And that's my Pippi Peterson commemorative 100,000 sub tree right there by my hickory tree, and those have been in the ground back here for, or at least I've owned them for 5 years. That's a 5-year-old tree at least. That, well, I bought them and they were 2 years old is what it was, those 5-year-old ones. But back here, just kind of driving around, look at the pond a little bit. It's the driest, but my pond, I'm pretty happy with the pond. I've been mowing around it. I have nice, clean, clear water. These are the 5-year-old trees. They have, you know, several inch caliper. There's my water bucket with the rope tied on it. I just toss it in and then I haul the water up there. I hump it up here. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, with the yellow flags that I've transplanted in there, and more back here just out of the garden this year, which are all Ponderosa pine. And then the ones in them cups were a Chinese hemlock. There's a wild cherry, and this is a mulberry tree. And here's a grouping of 5 Ponderosa pine, some bigger than others. There's maybe 15 more back here that I've transplanted, and a couple of the 5-year-old trees. My burn pile, my junk pile. Dark in the morning, the days are short. It's hard to get stuff done that way. And right over here is where I've been working. I have Ponderosa pines. Very little white pines. They grow too fast and break off. They have trouble here in ice storms. Very avoided pines. No, I avoided spruce a lot. But so anyway, right in here you can see this hodgepodge. I'll get a closer look real quick, and then that'll be it. So 15 years ago, I noticed I didn't have any trees, and the emerald ash borer was killing all my trees. And someone had to do something, or it wasn't going to happen. And I took it upon myself to. I've spent hundreds of dollars and all of my time, every day practically. And I dig a hole, and then I put that concrete block thing in there against, and then fill it back in real easy and get a bucket of water. But it'd be nice to dump a bucket of water in the bottom, but there's only so many trips I can make over here a day. I was just over here a couple hours ago. Then these are scrap steel I had laying around. They're from a bunk bed. These steel posts that have been reused several times. This guy, he rubs himself like that the whole time he's back here. He has a blast back here. He's been doing great. Yes, you've been doing great, Harlow. He's been with me for 6 or 7 years. And then the dollar store plastic bag marks it to where I don't run over it as easily as if you don't. This one here actually has 2 candles. So this tree was planted from seed Memorial Day 2022, and September of 2023 they spent the winter in my garden, 2022 2023, and then here we are in September, and I took that cube and planted it. And the trick is to plant them high. You can always tell if someone did it wrong right off the bat. People have a tendency to plant too low, and be sure to plant them high and be extra careful to keep the roots intact. And you can kind of see what I've got going here. I would like to leave that out. I would like to have a meadow was the point. I didn't want, you know, and there's still room to kind of go out through here and just do some hoop-de-doos with the snowmobile or something. Take the trucks out and drive them around just without worry of running into things like over here. But back at my pond, transplanting as many trees as I can and trying to leave something behind when I'm gone. And do my part, you know, because there's just so much against this stuff. It's incredible. It's mission impossible. Thanks for watching. Beauregard Rip out here, 3699 Ranch, September the 26th, Tuesday, high noon, with Harlow.